Dr. Gurinder Singh, who heads the internationalization of Amity at the group level and is also the Director General of Amity Group of Institutions. He has been the pioneer and most instrumental in promoting internationalization at Amity. In last 20 years, we have Amity was the first one to start international programs with our launch of three continent program and the study abroad programs, and now we have various articulation programs which we now would like to strengthen with our partners of James Cook University. With this, may I now invite Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, sir, to please give a brief outlay on the Amity and address the gathering. So, should I come there and give a presentation? Actually, you can give a presentation.
First of all, a very warm welcome to our friends from Australia. We have got a very fruitful, very strong relationship with your university. And I remember visiting your university 15 years back and then looking at the operations of uh, James Cook University in Singapore. You had got a wonderful campus. At one point of time, we have got some common friends who serve on the board of your university and who are very good friends of MIT University also, one of whom is Dr. Inderjeet Singh, who serves on your board and was the minister earlier and was quite instrumental in bringing both universities together. I have got good memories of meeting your chancellor also in Singapore, uh, uh, like your chancellor who was from the armed forces, right? We have got our Deputy Director General, who's also from Armed Forces, Admiral Bhatnagar, and we have got very high respect for people who are coming from the different walks of life. For example, in this room, you will find very experienced people who are have been working with the government as secretaries, leading DST and other organizations, and at the same time. The institution has got a three layers, very very strong academic background. Our deans, two deans I can see from business and from engineering, who are here, very strong name in business and in engineering. And then one of our very strong pillar in law school, they are here, and from biotechnology, their head of the institution is here. So we just thought that let's bring few people whom we can introduce and can give you an overview of what MIT is all about. And in the last few changes, especially before COVID and after COVID, we have been able to bring and then learn from you that what we can do together. Give our best wishes to the Dean, Professor Stephen, Business School. I heard that he also came with you, but then he has to go back because of some unfortunate circumstances in the family. But very warm welcome to Professor White, who is the Dean of College of School of Engineering, and of course, Dr. Shruti Srinivasan, who is representing the School of Engagements as the special projects. MIT is a brainchild of our founder, Dr. Chauhan, who, after spending more than 3 decades in Europe, came back to India with one vision, with one aim, that we need to create institutions which can make a difference into the life of the students. So our intention was that whatever we do, whether it's engineering or it's business or it's law or biotechnology or communication or other branches, we should not only be studying them in isolation. So, like your university, which is a truly international group, I can see the engineering dean, Dr. Manoj Pandey, who is sitting here, one of the very able scientists here. So, very warm welcome, Dr. Manoj. But maybe, Dr. Manoj, later on, you can explain to them that in engineering, what extraordinary initiatives we have taken. So Dr. Manoj Pandey has taken many initiatives, and I know that since you also are from engineering, we can explore this area, that what we can do together. But I think that the vision of Dr. Chauhan was that we should be able to create institutions which bring the difference into the life of students by giving them the international exposure. And that is a reason that you will find that today MIT has got 16 foreign campuses. We have got a campus in London, where we have got a university status. Like yourself, we are in Singapore. Uh, and I think that there is quite a lot of synergy, looking at that what we can do in Singapore also together. We have discussed this in the past, but we'd like to further create an action plan for Singapore also. We have got our own 172 acres campus in New York. We are in Dubai, where we have got 27 acres of campuses in Abu Dhabi, in Sharjah, in Mauritius, in South Africa, in Kenya, and in Amsterdam, where we went on the invitation of the government of Netherlands to create an institution. So we have now institution there in San Francisco. And after spending and creating campuses abroad, I think that one thing which we are very passionate about is that we should be able to help and become the extended arm of the various governments in the various countries across the globe. So in Uzbekistan, we created a new university, which is known as MIT University Tashkent, right, which is the first information and technology university in that region. We have got 11 universities in India, and we are the only education group which has got 11 universities, and a 12th one is coming in Bangalore. We have got a university in Noida, Gurugram, Greater Noida, Lucknow. I know you were going to Jaipur, but if you want to visit our Jaipur campus, most welcome. You can visit. When you will go, then you will find it on the way. I think that you're going for some sightseeing. Okay, okay, right. But we are in the hills, right? So if you want to see some of the better parts of Rajasthan, we can take you to our campus also. We are in Mumbai, Gwalior, Kolkata, Raipur, Ranchi, Patna, Mohali, and Bengaluru. So we say that anyone who comes to MIT will be able to see the most of India, right? Because our campuses and universities are across India. We have got 6,000 faculty and scientists, more than 200,000 students, 28 schools and preschools, very prestigious schools. MIT International Schools are one of the most prestigious schools of India. In India, CBSE, and maybe that Ms. Srinivasan knows it better. CBSE is the most prestigious board from where the students qualify and then go to various institutions, including foreign destinations. Class 12th and class 10th topper from the last 3 years, they are from our schools. So you can see the kind of reputation we have in schools. 90% of our students in schools, they have scored more than 95% marks. So that is the kind of reputation our schools are having. 2,000 acres of campuses, 20 million square feet of buildings, and these are all greenfield projects, right, which we have been able to create. 400 programs covering 60 disciplines, more than 2,000 patents our faculty have filed. Our business school is very, very strong, and I can see Dr. Bansal sitting here. He's a Dean of Faculty of Management Studies. We have filed more than any business school in Asia has filed the research papers and case studies with the Case Center UK. So we work very closely with them. And again, Dr. Bansal, maybe that you can explain it later, that we are the first one in Asia to create video cases reservoir. So I think that is how our business school is also very, 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 very strong, and we very passionately work for it. Rather, in the next 6 months, we are organizing 7 international conferences across the world, including one in Australia. So where we are working with Springer, with Taylor and Francis, with the Case Center, and with the industry very passionately. 400 research projects, which are very able scientists. I can see 2 very able scientists who are from Government of India at the secretaries level. They were working. They will introduce themselves later. But both of them, they have been instrumental in bringing some of the research projects from the Government of India to us. And we are very privileged that we have got some of the very senior people who have joined us after getting super innovation from the government. So that is how MIT works. It's a 3-tier structure. One tier, experienced hands, right, who have been from the scientific community or from the armed forces. Second are very leading academicians who are actually fighting at the front, who are the deans of academics. And then thirdly, at the operational levels are young researchers, young faculty members who are teaching, right? So it's a combination of the three-tier batsman and bowler, which are playing a very good 2020 match. Uh, Alumni across the world, and more than 215 patents we have been able to get. We are very, very strong in environment management. I can see Dr. Tanu Jindal sitting here. She works on various initiatives which we are taking in the area of environment, and she works as a group pro, additional pro vice chancellor also with us. I've been to your university. And she has been to your university. This is a metrics which shows you that we have been able to do and offer our various products to all walks of life, starting from preschools to K-12 schools to undergrad, postgraduate, PhD, postdoctoral programs, distance and online education, corporate training. We're very, very strong in doctorate programs about which we are going to speak. I can see Dr. Soni sitting here, and Dr. Gopal Bhushan and Dr. Neeraj Sharma. They are both of them. They're the leading scientists, and Dr. Soni is head of our PhD program, and very, very strong in engineering PhD programs. So maybe later on you can talk about what we are doing in the area of engineering, and especially in the area of science and technology, how we are able to bring that. These are the various recognitions which we have been able to get. There is no accreditation which MIT University has not been able to receive. Some of the highest and premium recognitions we have been able to get from India and abroad, which includes QA. I know that most of the UK universities and Australian universities go for the QA accreditation. In Asia, we are the only one which has got the QA accreditation. Similarly, we have also got the South Asia's only university to be awarded as WASC USA re-accreditation for 8 years, which is the maximum time for which any Indian university can get the accreditation. In terms of ranking, we are amongst the top 3% universities globally as per both QS ranking and as per the THE ranking. But in terms of internationalization, you will find that we are best in India. So the next best university in the NCR region is Jamia Millia, which has got a score of 4.4, and MIT has got a score of 21.5. So you can see the remarkable difference at which we work for the international initiatives. Similarly, our international research initiatives, you can see that we are amongst the top 3 universities in India. And this is something on which we feel so proud, that not only that we are teaching and doing research, we are producing the most employable graduates from India. So along with IIT Delhi, and these are the government institutions, ISC Bangalore, IIT Mumbai, IIM Ahmedabad, and IIT Kharagpur, the only private education group which is in this league is MIT. Our online and MBA program, they are amongst the top 0.5% programs of the world. We are amongst the top 37 in the world to offer these programs. And these are the various institutions which are offering their programs. Slide will just give you an overview that how we position ourselves. For example, our business school is the best business school, private business school of the country. Our engineering school, the best engineering school of the country. Our school of biotechnology, the best biotechnology institution of the country. Our law school, among the top 3 schools of the country. Our school of fashion, again, amongst the top 3 schools in fashion technology. So this will give you an over idea that whatever we do, we try to benchmark ourselves amongst the best in the world. This is our MIT University Dubai, and that is a photograph of our chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, who himself is a product of London School of Economics and is spearheading this campus also. But this is what we have been able to create. And in 2019, we were conferred with the providing of the best infrastructure in the Middle East. Our all campuses are US Green Building Council certified. This is a photograph of our campus where you are sitting right now. It's a 85 acres campus. This is a flagship campus of the entire group. From here, we started our operations. We rather started operations from across the road. So I think that your vice chancellor, 16, 17 years back, came here. And when she was here, we were able to welcome her. And that is how our relationship with you started up. But then we moved to this university. It's a 85 acres campus. This is our 21 acres campus at Greater Noida. This is our 40 acres campus in Lucknow. We called it as a White House of MIT. This is our 150 acres campus in Jaipur. So while going, and you can see hills, so you can go there if you are passing from that side, and you will see a very different kind of environment. This is MIT University Gurgaon. This is our 30 acres campus in Mumbai. This is our 100 acres campus in Gwalior. This is our Kolkata campus. This is our Raipur campus. This is our Jharkhand campus. This is our Patna campus. And this is our new university, MIT University in Chandigarh, Mohali, which is again concentrating quite a lot on bringing some of the top brands of the world together to do teaching, research, and do consulting. This is our new university, which has come in Bangalore, which is the IT hub of the country. And these are our international campuses. Like yourself, we are very, very strong in MIT in Singapore. We brought this building from Chicago Business School. And next month, we are going in another campus, which is a stand-alone building at Orchard Road, which happens to be one of the very premium locations. So it's a multi-story building in which we are having another campus. So we are expanding our Singapore operation. This is our MIT Mauritius campus. This is our 172 acres campus in New York, MIT Nairobi, MIT Tashkent. If you happen to be in London, you can visit us. We are next to the British Museum at Bedford Square. This is MIT Dubai. We have got schools also in Amsterdam, in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, in Sharjah, Singapore, South Africa. We are the only one in the world which have been able to bring Hero, which is the most premium brand, to US and to India. So school is fully operational in Bangalore. Next year, it will also be fully operational in New York campus. And that's a photograph. This is one of the most premium schools. This is what we have done in Australia. Un- the new Colombo plan, we have been able to attract highest number of students from Australia to India in the last many years. We have sent more than 600 students to study abroad program under articulation arrangements to various Australian universities, and we'd like to explore that what we can do with you, especially in all the domains. Rather, we are going a step ahead. We are trying to create a MIT Indian education city where we want that if we can have joint campuses. We understand that anyone, like the investments we have put in Singapore or we have put across the world, it may be very difficult for any university to put that kind of investments. But the COVID has taught us one thing, that collaboration is the way which any university will look forward to. So we are creating this city in every university we have. So, for example, we're looking for some top brands of the world to come in Noida to open joint campuses with us. And we can allocate some space, we can do joint programs. Similarly, we are looking in Jaipur, where you are going. So, if you go, you can see big, huge campus we have. We can create a small setup where we can have a joint campus. Similarly, in Mumbai and in other 12 universities. So, I think that is going to give the right impetus where the students are studying similar kind of programs which foreign universities are offering, and are having a choice either to finish their entire program in India or they can do a part of the program abroad. During COVID, we saw that there was a major challenge, especially in Australia, where almost the visas were closed for 2 years. So students who went to Australia, they were finding it very difficult. And same was the story with UK. Same was the story with the Australia and Canada. So I think that we need to prepare ourselves for the future. So we are trying that we should be able to bring some leading brands of the world, international brands of the world, who can offer joint programs with us. And being the one of the leaders in the field of education in India who actually started up internationalization, we look forward for your suggestions. So once you go back, you can discuss it internally with your core team that how we can offer joint programs in India. So that is one of the things which we want to explore. But we have sent more than 600 students on study abroad programs to Australian universities. Highest number of students on New Colombo brand, research linkages with almost all top universities of MIT, including yours. So three of your professors have been to our campus on the InBush, which happens to be one of the leading research conferences where the Vice Chancellor participated long time back. Ambassador of Australia, Ms. Sandhu, who was is a very good friend. So she invited us to. She told me once that why don't you come and run marathon? So I tried. I failed, right? But I think that's still due. But we are very good friends. The present ambassador also has been on the campus. We have very close linkages. We meet almost every month. So Mr. Johnson, who is your education uh, uh, counselor, right? We meet him regularly, and we work very closely with the Australian High Commission. President and vice chancellors of Australian universities have spoken at our various conferences, and we have got a status of the most preferred university in India, which means that our students, when they are going for Australia, there's a special number which is given by the Australian High Commission to us, on the basis of which our students can get instant visas. New education policy has opened many opportunities for Australian and Indian universities, and we would like to explore this with you. One of which is offering joint twinning and dual degrees. So, joint degrees I have just spoken that we can explore, but we can also look at twinning programs. For example, a student who wants to just go for a short duration of time, let's say 6 months or for a year, they can go and then they can earn your certificate. And I know that students from biotechnology, from law, from engineering, and from business, they are interested in large numbers to go there. Bringing Australian universities to have their campuses, integrating technology through e-learning, we want to do this. Then also offering meaningful internships exposure to the Australian students. We know that November, December is the time when your students they go for experiential learning, and similar program we run. So our large number of students from all the domains, they also go abroad. So we can explore that can we host on reciprocal basis, that their students can come, and Australian students, it's compulsory. So all students they do this component. So similarly, this is the only university in India which has also made it optional, though it's not compulsory, but optional to all students, that they can do a part of their component with the universities. So on the reciprocal basis, we can immediately start with the low hanging fruit. Then building research, training, and consulting partnerships, and building a consortium of Australian universities to do and work together. These are the areas on which we have spoken earlier. We can look at business management, engineering, data science, and environmental science. After COVID, I think that these are the areas on which we need to revisit. So I have requested the heads and the senior scientists and leaders of these institutions to be present here to look at that what we can do along with law. This is another area which we are expanding now. We would like to work on it, and also in biotechnology, that what we can do. So engineering, where you are the dean, but maybe that you can take back the message from our size management, including artificial intelligence, data science and machine learning, environmental science, biotechnology, and law. So these are the areas which we like to explore. Also, our PhD, joint PhD programs, I think very strong. This university is very keen and working on increasing the H index and citations of our faculty members. So that is one of the key focus areas. So I think that joint PhD supervision and joint research can play a very important role, and that's the reason that we have requested the two of our very senior people who are looking after the PhD program to be present here. If we can identify a few areas where few of your faculty members and our faculty members can work on creating the joint PhD program, or initially joint supervision of PhD, that will help. These are the projects. I think that one of the very strong program which we do is India Immersion Program and cross-border education program, where we invite students from across the globe to either do a semester with us or do a part of the program in India. And I would request Admiral Bhatnagar, if you can very kindly speak on this initiative, because he is spearheading this project. The students can spend up to a semester here.
Okay, so you've already got the overview of MED, and I will just give you a slight overview of the country and why we should encourage students from your university to come and study in India, take advantage of the facilities that we have in Amity, and also what the country is going through right now. So I'll just touch upon two factors. One is a little old one, and the other will come to the present situation that we have in the country. So India as a country has got very old traditions, ancient traditions of higher education. We had universities like Takshashila and Nalanda, which had students from all over the developed world of that point in time. That is from 5th century before Christ to 13th century current era. We had the world's largest universities, which unfortunately were destroyed by the Takshashila were destroyed by Han rulers, and Nalanda was destroyed by Mukhtiar Khilji of the Delhi Sultanate. So that tradition stopped there, but the lot of important things came out of those universities: astronomy, medicine, mathematics, logic, Vedic studies, Sanskrit. The most important one, as I mentioned first, was astronomy. And with astronomy, uh, we have taken the tradition forward. Of course, we were a little late on off the mark, and now we have come there. You've seen Chandrayaan 3. We have got we've done that at a fraction of the cost of what any other country would have done. So what I'm trying to say is that the education that started then has now translated into something that we still cherish. And the new education policy, as was mentioned, is in continuation of that. I'll just give you one more example of why it's important time for anyone to come and study in India, and that is about foreign direct investment. Foreign direct investment is a clear indication of not only the money coming in, but also the trust that the world has on the country where the money is coming in. In India, we have had investments from 162 countries in the last 8 years, in 61 sectors, and in 31 states and union territories of India, which means in every state and union territory, we have got a direct investment, foreign direct investment, in 61 sectors from 162 countries. This is possible only when the three strong pillars of economy, politics, political stability, and social stability. When these three pillars they come and create a singularity of disruption, then only you can have this kind of trust that the world has in our system, and therefore they are investing. And when this happens, there are multinationals that are setting shop here, and that is the opportunity that students have to capitalize. Yeah, they will do well if they have studied in India for short duration or for longer durations, and they have a stamp of having spent time in India and being part of the winning team. So we are looking forward to students from your university to come and spend time here. Start with the India immersion program, and then translate it to further for either a semester or degree programs as the new education policy allows us to do. So the cross-border education system, the program that has been launched by our honorable founder president, is a continuation of the new education policy, and it will let all the students of the world, including your university, to take advantage of the facilities that we have at Amity. Thank you.
Thank you, Admiral Bhatnagar. I think that there are opportunities for your students. If they want, they can do internships with us. They can do India immersion program with us, which we are doing. And both Mr. Krish Jain and Mr. Varun Verma, who are very ably now looking after many initiatives in the international area, they are working on it. We'll be more than happy to welcome your students. And on reciprocal basis, we will be more than happy to send hundreds and thousands of students. So I think this is one program about which we are very, very excited. We are deeply interested that if the students can do their internships or a part of the program in your university, and your university students can come. So that is what Admiral Bhatnagar was focusing, because Australia already has in their academic framework. It will be easy for us to work. And both of them, they can talk to all the deans. We can make a list, we can send to you, and then we can see that how this model will work. But this is what we were trying to do. Under the New Colombo plan, we have been doing it. Under the USAID program, we have also done this with the USAID. In Erasmus Plus, we have invited large number of European students. Under the UKRI scheme, we have been able to welcome highest number of UK students. We are the largest partner of British Council and work with them very, very closely. This is a photograph of our the students from UK who last month came and attended the immersion program. So we can do similar program, customized program for your university also. This is what we do in the area of research, and that is what our very able scientists have been doing, trying to bring the Nobel laureates and the leading researchers of the world. Rather, when I'm sitting here, two of our scientists who are working very closely with Dr. Gopal Bhushan and Dr. Neeraj Sharma, they are right now in New York and they're visiting Memphis, shortlisting few scientists in US who can come and who can work very closely with MIT University. But this is how what we do. We invite leading Nobel laureates of the world, and they work as an inspiration. This photograph, I'm sure that you know, this is your High Commissioner, His Excellency Harinder Kaur Sidhu, right, who was very lately working very closely with us, and your education counselor. This is your current Minister Counselor, Matthew Johnson, who's a good friend who has been on the campus number of times. And we do ambassador lecture series under which we invite various ambassadors. This is Pan-African E-Network project, through which we have educated more than 80,000 African students. We have got a wonderful incubator, which has been able to create more than 500 companies from the campus. We in Greater Noida, we have got a skills and vocational training center, where we are focusing on imparting only skill-based education, and we work very closely with Australian framework TAFE on number of projects. 60 disciplines, almost in all the disciplines we are offering courses. And these are our research collaborations across the globe, including in Australia. And this has all resulted working very closely with some of the top brands in the industry. We are the largest partner of Government of India for training and consulting. We say that university, which is not having a heart, is meaningless. And that is the reason that we are offering 3,000 scholarships to underprivileged girls and boys under Amitasha and Atulasha. And every year they graduate from our institutions. This is the future of MIT. 35 universities in every state and union territory of India, 100 campuses across the country, and 50 campuses and universities across the globe. Today we have got 16. It is such a privilege to welcome you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that overview, sir. Amity is a very young university. As I was sharing with you, it's not even been 2 decades since we started our operations, but we are a research-intensive university. Just to give you a brief on our research initiative, may I now request Dr. Gopal Bhushan, Deputy Director General, ADSI, to give us a brief overview on Amity's research.
Good morning. Welcome to Amity. I represent the Director of Innovation here, and Dr. Salamurthy, the President of Science and Innovation Foundation and Director General for Science and Innovation, who could not be here today. I work for him, so I will just give you a little bit rundown on what we do in science technology. Majority of things have been covered by Dr. Kurinder Singh already, and can you next slide, can you? So, giving background, as already mentioned, that we had already worked in the government. Myself, I worked in Defense Research and Development Organization (DRDO), Ministry of Defense, for over 35 years, and as a scientist, computer scientist, I represented DRDO in America also as a Consular Defense Technology, and later as Director for International. So after my superannuation from DRDO, I joined MIT to do something good for the country and for the institution. As I said, we are very lucky, fortunate to have Dr. Ashok Chauhan, the founder president, as our leader. And we all following his vision to make India a knowledge superpower by 2030. And I'm happy to share that, GI index, Global Innovation Index, which used to be 45 last year and this year also, we could achieve the ranking of 40 and we're sustaining it. And for that, we also have contributed our researchers, scholars, professors, faculty. They have, through their patents, through their research publications, research ideas, incubations, we also have contributed to the growth of intellectual power of the India. And so, Dr. Atul Chauhan, our Chancellor, and Dr. Sin Chauhan, Chancellor, we are fortunate again to have their leadership who are guiding us on every aspect of science and technology. Sorry. How does it move? This is already covered, number of universities we have in India and abroad. So I will skip. Before that, I would be happy to mention that we recently has Science 20 conference, which is part of G20 engagement, and where we had two days program, this outreach program, and we were fortunate to have the science technology counselor for the Australian High Commission also. So I forget the name. She was part of our deliberations. And beside other G20 countries representation we had here, it's all because of Dr. Gurinder Singh and Admiral Bhatnagar. We could have G20 representation, and it was fairly well received conference, and we could cover a lot of subjects which are very topical subject in today's environment. Sorry. Sir. You're pushing it, yeah? These are the courses we have here, but it's already covered. I just want to mention that the entire gamut of science technology are covered by MIT University in all aspects. We have, I think we already have a nuclear science and technology program here, and we also had, for the last 2 years, we have started defense technology program, defense science technology, which is probably was not covered in its totality anywhere, is a part of engineering. But DRDO, since I belong to DRDO, so DRDO 2 years back started this program, which is MIT is now pursuing it as a BTech, MTech, and PhD program, so that we have, after 2 years of MTech and 5 years of BTech and MTech program, we have ready defense technologists, defense scientists, so that we don't have to train them in defense science. And that way we are helping defense research fraternity and defense industry. So these are the ranking, current ranking of MIT University, which we are figuring about 35 in all over Indian ranking. And in pharmacy, especially pharmacy management and engineering, we rank pretty high in the entire India. And also we had 3% top. We are top 3% university globally, and have accreditation from WAS and the QAA.
The Indian Intellectual Property Office of the Government of India has conferred the National Intellectual Property Award 2020 on Amity University for Top Indian Academic Institution for Patents and Commercialization, a reflection of Amity's commitment to research and innovation.
And we have been recognized by various prestigious authorities in the India and abroad. These are a few achievements of ours. We have about 200,000 students studying in various universities of MIT, 10,000 plus faculty and scientists, 12 universities, and the global higher education campuses. We also have 26 schools, which is feeding to various universities of the India for higher education. We, as I mentioned, we have a 243 granted patents. We have 35 plus sensors for excellences. The technology is being transferred to industry for product development. We have 35,000 plus research publications. In H index is 131, which is fairly high, and we are targeted for this year is about 140. Yesterday we had a discussion on this, how to increase our visibility to citations and H index. This is our ecosystem of how this tells you how we do our S&T, R&D, innovation and product development. We have MIT Science Technology Innovation Foundation, which is called STIF, the MIT Directorate of Science and Innovation, and Total Quality Management of R&D. Three of this institutional encompass total R&D input for whole of MIT education universe. We follow a Mission Impossible, which augment research projects to achieve tenfold increase, mission outcome, mission connect, mission entrepreneurship, and mission skill development. These are the mission. Everybody is following this mission to achieve better results for the MIT and to contribute to the nation's intellectual property. This is how our ecosystem works. We have seamless connectivity with stakeholders like universities, industry, laboratories, and society at large. Society, we very conscious society contribution through science and technology. We have IPR cell, which already have doing a really commendable job. We Director of Innovation and Technology Transfer, DST, MIT Technology. DST, Department of Science and Technology, is our stakeholder. We are very proud of our collaboration with DST. We are continuously getting funding and research projects from DST. This is how DST is sponsoring project and R&D into MIT ecosystem. We have a TEC, the Technology Enabling Center, which provides the wherewithal for us faculty to pursue science technology and do R&D projects. These are a few of incubation. We have about 750 companies which are working with us, and they are part of our ecosystem. They encourage incubatees to come here and have their work being done here. So its totality, it has employment generated by 4,000 people already working for these incubation centers. We have international collaboration with Europe, companies in Europe, US, and Asia. We have startups, and we are targeting for next 10 years, probably we have 15-20% equity in 1,000 companies. Is our vision of our founder president that every faculty should have one startup and should be there by 25 startup by next year. This is the key to success. We are very happy to announce that we are working very closely with Nobel laureates and renowned faculty of internationally. As is already mentioned, our team is already there in USA to pursue the scientists working there, and to bring them here to work for us and for the country. These are the our network and MOUs with national, international universities. This is one of the programs we are very proud of. DITRA, the Defense Threat Reduction Agency of the USA, is funding $1 million to set up a nuclear security state-of-the-art laboratory in our campus here. These are the awards and fellowship. We have been very lucky to have a senior research faculty here who have been constantly bringing laurels to our. These are the area expertise. We have very good faculty in computer and the centers for excellence in computational biology, cancer biology, in all sphere of touching all sphere of science technology. These are data science, nanotechnology, robotics. And these are the technology being transferred to industry. We have world-class infrastructure which help us to pursue science, technology, R&D, innovations. All our faculties are well equipped. These are the snapshot of our laboratory equipments. So I probably end here now. I think this is a little bit snapshot, not a detailed one. So I'm happy to work together and do some kind of collaboration. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bhushan. I know with the in depth of research that Amity has been doing, it is difficult to summarize it in such a short time. But now I'd like to take this opportunity to call upon Professor Ronald White, Dean of College of Science and Engineering from JCU, to please share his thoughts and give a brief address to the audience.
So thanks very much for the warm welcome today. It's truly great to be here at Amity University. It was a warm welcome. This was very. I really enjoyed the welcome from your team, and the hospitality that we've been shown since we got here. I feel like a friend already of Amity University. So from our side, we're very impressed. Well, I'm very impressed with your university to be so young and so ambitious, and who have set up campuses all over the world, all through India. It's an ambitious plan, and it's one that I think James Cook University would love to partner with. One of the things that is of importance for James Cook University is internationalizing our program, internationalizing our student base, and providing our students with the opportunity to travel as well and interact with the big economies of the world. So at this stage, James Cook University only has about 10% of its students as international, and a small fraction of those are Indian. And yet we know this is the powerhouse. India is the powerhouse, and so for us, we need to hitch our wagon, to India. Not just in terms of internationalizing our education, but our economy, our research. We see that this is where the future is. For James Cook University, we're a small university relative to yours, and so we have about 25,000 students across our campuses. So we have a campus in Townsville, and another campus in Cairns. They're what we call our tropical campuses. So we're on the northeastern part of Australia, so just adjacent to the Great Barrier Reef. We also have a lot of tropical rainforests nearby, and further to that, we have a really strong agricultural sector, and we have a very lucrative critical minerals province that is just adjacent to where we live. So you can kind of see what drives us as an institution. So we are very strong in the geo, mining, earth sciences by virtue of proximity to the critical minerals province. We have got a very strong pillar around food security, and but in all of that, we're thinking about nature positive. We want to be able to protect our resources in that region, and so that is something that's kind of built into our DNA at James Cook University. One of the things that's been really clear to us in Australia is that we've got a commitment to net zero by 2050. Our government wants to get to net zero. We like to call it net zero nature positive. Is where we want to be as an institution. In Australia, that's going to require about, I think it's 50 trillion. It's a massive amount of investment that's going to be required in Australia for us to get to net zero by 2050. And it all turns out that about 50% of that investment is across the northern part of Australia. We are the key knowledge provider in the northern part of Australia, and so it's up to us to try and champion this. So there's lots of technology that we've got to get in play. There's a lot of environmental considerations we need to get in play. So we're looking at putting up the top of Australia things of the order. I'm not sure if you know Australia very well, but Tasmania, we want 3 solar farms the size of Tasmania up in Northern Australia. And then we need all the transmission lines, and they will come through Townsville. Now, Townsville is the industry kind of capital of Northern Australia. And so we're going to have a surplus of energy there. And so we can start to get new industries coming into Northern Australia. So I sit on the industry advisory board for our engineering school, and they keep telling me we do not have enough talent to meet the needs that's required in Northern Australia. And so from our side, we need to go not just local in order to get this talent, we need to engage internationally as well. And we see India as a very key player in us moving forward with this agenda. So maybe back to us as an institution. That's just a bit of context for our vision as an institution and our location. And as an institution, we're split across 4 campuses. So our 2 campuses in Townsville and Cairns. We also have a campus in Brisbane, which is the capital of Queensland, the state that we're in. We also, like you, have a campus up in Singapore, and so that is one of our growing kind of campuses there. Yeah. And we're just about to go through a bit of a restructure. And so that campus now will fall under the deans. Will all have responsibility for that campus. It won't be a separate entity. So we're looking to build the Singapore campus. And for us, we need to understand where we want to build. At the moment, it's predominantly around the business, IT, data science, digital technologies. But moving forward, I think, elements around food security and aquaculture is probably where we're going to be on our Singapore campus. The other one that we're looking to kind of options is around Dubai. So I was very interested to see your campus in Dubai. So the week before I was here, I was in Dubai with the Ministry for Climate Change and Environment over there. So they've engaged my college in order to set up their blue economy strategy. And so we were signing off on the next phase of it, which is us being the knowledge provider for the ministry around the blue economy there. And so we're setting up a marine innovation park. And so one of the reasons we're over there is not just to kind of set up shop, but also to start to think in terms of research, but what are opportunities to engage more broadly in the region. So we've got some strong alignment there as well. So in terms of some of our brag sheets, my apologies, I should have brought along a presentation. I didn't realise that I'd be seeing such talent in the room through all of the different areas. So like Amity, we are in the top 400 in both the THE and the QS rankings. Where we have very strong research is obviously in the marine sciences. So we are number 1 in the world in marine and freshwater ecology. So that's something that is very important to us, and it's something that we're trying to retain. We are also number 2 in the world in ecology and evolution. So these are big numbers for such a small institution in the northern part of Australia, but it's by virtue of our location and our ability to recruit into those regions. I see that you're interested in partnering around the environmental sciences as well, and so we're in the top 100 universities in terms of environmental sciences. If you look at the Shanghai ratings, we are number 23 in the world in ecology. So outperforming a lot of premier kind of institutions. If we look at the mission of James Cook University, obviously we're very strong in the sciences and engineering, which is the college that I'm the dean of. We've also got strong research in tropical health and medicine. So that dean is not here today, but I know that he would like us to talk about that as a possibility if that's something that's of interest to you. My colleague Stephen Boyle, unfortunately his mother passed, and just yesterday, the day before, and so he's had to go back. And I know he would have spoken about some of the important parts of his business law and governance. So I know they're building strength in their business programs. They've got a strong law program. They're setting up the Asia Pacific School of Business. and or business school, yeah, up in Singapore. And so that's going to be a new operation that's going to materialize in the next few years, and it's one that we want to anchor the JCU Singapore campus out of. So as I mentioned, we're very strongly aligned around industry as well, like you. You know, one of the things that's really important for us is making sure we serve the stakeholders of our region. In fact, James Cook University was set up with an act of parliament that says you are to focus on tropics and making life better for people in the tropics, not just in Australia, but worldwide as well. And hence, you know, our extension to India is a natural one for us. I'm keen to partner, you know, around some of our key programs. So we've got a very strong engineering program in the standard ones of civil, mechanical, chemical, electrical, but we also have the Internet of Things degree, which is the first one that's been accredited in Australia. And so we've got some very good kind of rankings with our engineering program, not just in terms of research, but also in terms of student outcomes. I think we're #1 in Queensland in terms of student outcomes and starting salaries, etc., for our students. Strong IT and data science programs at JCU, covering a lot of the pillars that you spoke about previously, and one in which, you know, we want to build. We see but big growth in terms of IT and AI in Northern Australia to meet the needs of it. The data science is a new program at James Cook University, and in fact, we were the first university to set up a data science program, and for a long time we were the biggest data science program in Australia. And the group of eights, they get on board, and so they started to really ramp up their data science program. So we've still got a very, very strong and well received. It's probably a little more in terms of the statistical element, it's probably a little bit more on the fundamental side of data science, which I think is something that gets a little lost. We can jump straight to, you know, application, but sometimes I think, you know, moving forward, we need to understand the fundamentals as well. So very keen to kind of partner in and around that. I think, you know, student recruitment is really important. And NCP, so the New Colombo Plan, is something that we're actively engaged in. What I like to use NCP funding for is to support partnerships, you know, so, and I'd like to think of JCU Amity as a partnership that we can then furnish with NCP grants to have our students coming over here and seeing, you know, the next, you know, pillar of where economic growth and strength is here in India. And so, as I say, we as an institution need to, you know, hitch our wagon to India. And I see an institution like Amity as providing those opportunities for our students. And so, you know, moving forward, I'd like to see some NCP grants between our two institutions and them. I think anchoring a partnership in research is also very important. And, you know, for you and for us, I think, you know, where we see strength in our institutions, I think that's probably a good path for us to anchor some research partnerships in. I'd like to talk to you a little bit more about what that might look like. So I will go back to my Deputy Vice Chancellor Research, and we'll start to talk about, you know, alignment, and then we might start to talk about, you know, some seed funding between our institutions to actually get that going. I think when I looked at a lot of your research programs, there was a lot of overlap there, and so I think we have significant strength in some of those areas, and I think we would add value in terms of a partnership moving forward with you. So I'm really excited to be here. I really thank you for your warm welcome. I thank you for the presentations. They're very insightful. I would love to access them so I can take them back to my my Vice Chancellor. So I did let my Vice Chancellor know that I was coming, and he wanted to pass on his regards to you, and he looks forward to understanding the outcome and then moving forward with it to the next stages. Yeah. So thanks very much.
Thank you very much. I think that this is something which we are looking forward to. We always wanted that we should have a long-term, very strategic partnership. but we have got some very distinguished people. So we will request all of them, if they can very briefly just name and then which are the areas they are working and where they are interested. So can we request your colleague, first of all, Dr. Shruti, maybe that you can introduce yourself?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much, sir. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm not a doctor yet, so just Shruti. So I take care of the schools engagement and partnership across South Asia, Middle East, and Africa for James Cook University. I'm based in Bangalore. We have a very long association with Amity University, and we thought it'd be a great opportunity for us to extend this and build on what we already have. A couple of ideas that we were discussing on our way, and we would like to put forward that, post that all of you can also share. So with respect to the College of Business, Law and Governance, we run tourism program in the master's level. In the undergrad level, we have the Bachelor of Business and the Bachelor of Commerce. Bachelor of Business offers marketing, HR, tourism and hospitality, few of these majors. And under the Bachelor of Commerce, we have accounting, economics, finance. Those are few of the majors. And in the master's level, we have the Master of International Tourism and Hospitality Management that's run in our Keynes campus, which is quite touristy, and considering the 2032 Olympics that's going to be hosted in Queensland, we are expecting it to sort of expand quite well. So one of the ideas that we had was to partner with the tourism program. And I know Amity also runs a really good tourism program. So the idea was to do a 2+2. I'm just getting to the articulation already. We can discuss others as well. A 2+2, which will be an integrated master's. So that will be a Bachelor of Business with Tourism and Hospitality in the undergrad level. Students can study that for 2 years at Amity, come to us for the third year of bachelor's with the masters. So they will complete their degree with masters in 4 years. So that is one of the models that I was thinking of. Happy for you to share others. We can also look at this similarly under different majors. We do offer a business analytics as well under the Bachelor of Business. So that could be another one we can look at. But this was mainly from the business area. I know we have somebody from the law faculty. Happy for you to share what your ideas are as well, because we would be quite keen on law. Just as Professor White shared his interest in engineering and science, we were looking at similar programs with IT data science, where with Amity, I know you have a BCA program, Bachelor of Computer Applications, which is 3 years. And we offer a Master of IT and Master of Data Science. So again, looking at an integrated. I'm sharing the integrated programs because I think that will be unique rather than just looking at an undergrad program articulation. Again, we can also do the same thing with the engineering where, I will let you share that a little more, but that could be a 3+2 with 3 years of engineering here, and they come to us for the 4th year with the master's. So that will be again an integrated one. So these are a couple of programs that we are looking at. With law, I would definitely be keen towards something with law and criminology. Criminology is one of the majors that's offered under our College of Arts, Society and Education. And that's big right now, considering criminology and law sort of go together. So that's another area that I was thinking of. But this is from my end. I would be happy for you to share.
Thank you so much, Ms. Shruti. Welcome, Professor Ronald. I was looking forward to meet Professor Stephen. I had the school from where the journey of Amity started, Amity Business School in 1995. I'm also Dean of Faculty of Management Studies. We have a separate faculty for tourism, where we offer PG and UG programs, as you have discussed. And we have a very big Amity School of Business where we offer 32 plus BBA programs. Right? So we are definitely on for whatever you have said. I'm also looking forward, as you said, 3 years in MIT and then 2 years in that, something of vice versa also, where your student also doing something there, and they should be joining us in the PG program. So we are looking forward for the, mutual exchange of the students. So this is something which we can definitely discuss upon. And PhD is one more area where Dr. Singh has already discussed about, that my colleague Dr. Soni will be speaking, where co-guidance of the faculty members is something where we can definitely start the initiations. So looking forward, I will be discussing with you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm Professor Tanu Jindal. In fact, we are one of the biggest in the environment field. I have been to your Singapore campus. I met Dr. Abhishek Bhati, the then Vice Chancellor, and also Dr. Dillon in the aquatic toxicology area. So we are one of the biggest in environment domain in India. We have all the fields, right from geoinformatics to natural resources, environmental sciences, wildlife and forestry, and we also have environmental toxicology. We have programs from masters, bachelors, and doctoral program. In global warming, climate change, we have a cluster where all the campuses are meeting together on monthly basis, and we are having projects in multidisciplinary fields. You name the funding agency, we have projects from that: Ministry of Earth Sciences, Ministry of Environment, Forest, Department of Science and Technology, Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, and also we have international projects with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. We are looking forward to work with James Cook University, who is also very good in environment field. Thank you.
Hello, good morning, sir. Welcome to MIT University. Myself, Dr. K.M. Soni. I am heading the PhD department of MIT University, Uttar Pradesh, and we have 3,000 plus scholars pursuing PhD here. As we have comprehensive university, you have seen the slides. We are offering the PhD programs in law, management, social sciences, life sciences, that is biotechnology, health sciences. In addition to that, science and technology, applied sciences, engineering technology domain, natural sciences, we are offering PhD in these programs. So, and we have very good system of having PhD co-guide from externally. They may be from India or abroad, but they are having good credentials and they are belong to reputed organizations, maybe research organization or industry or academia. So in that sense, we can have the co-guides from your university for various programs of PhD here. And in addition to that, that will lead to the joint PhD or joint co-supervision. Joint PhD means part of PhD they can do in your university and they can do here, or they can do PhD here only, but having supervision from your university professors. And then we have joint conferences that may be at one place. A whole conference can be took place at one place, or that can be a part of the conference in your university and part of the conference at our university can happen. Then also I am heading the domain of engineering technology here. So engineering technology domain is the largest domain of this MIT universe, having 6,000 plus students, and offering programs of UG, PG, and PhD in the areas of core engineering branches, that is computer science, IT, mechanical, civil, electrical. In addition to that, we are offering PhD, very specialized programs like UG, PG, and PhD programs in science technology, that is space science and technology, aerospace engineering, aeronautical engineering, automobile engineering, nuclear science and technology engineering. So in that, we also can have some collaboration. We can have some tie-up. And our UG, PG students, they are having one semester project or dissertation. So that can be done in your university on mutual exchange basis. Equal number of students can be exchanged here and there. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Neeraj Sharma. I come with a background from the science and technology from the Ministry of Science and Technology. I was secretary to the Technology Development Board, where the objective was to commercialize technologies and funding institutions, companies, and so on. Here in MIT University, I have been looking after, and the Honorable Founder President, who is the owner of this particular universities, he has created a system called S&T War Room. And this S&T War Room, we are actually fighting with the S&T systems and innovation systems in the country. What we are doing, we are trying to understand the challenges, the issues, the problems, the opportunities that we can have in the science and technology domain for our researchers, our universities, our campuses in the country and abroad, of course. since I think you guys here are talking about exchange programs or collaborative programs in terms of, PG, UG, PhD, etc. I would also like to talk about collaborative research programs. For example, the Department of Science and Technology provides opportunities to researchers both in Australia and India to come together to work on a topic where Indian side supports the Indian, DST supports the Indian side, your Science and Technology Ministry or Council, whatever, supports theirs, your side. So these are kind of collaboration that we would be looking forward. As I think already spoken by my colleague Gopal and maybe I think Dr. Gurinder saying that we are very strong in certain domains like biotechnology, we are very strong, molecular medicine, stem cell research, we are very strong, engineering sciences, basic sciences, applied sciences, we are very strong, environmental sciences, Dr. Tanu Jindal is here, we are very strong in those areas. So we would like to see through our MOU or whatever understanding that we develop, how can we build this, researcher and researcher collaborative research kind of a thing. So with that, I think I would stop here, and institutions, facilities, infrastructure that we have already created in our university here in Noida and other campuses is par excellence, at world, if you see the comparison. So we are at par with the world as far as the infrastructure is concerned. Our faculty are now interested and keen go abroad, do collaborative research, those kinds of things. So I would stop here. Thank you very much. And if we get this opportunity, would be very happy to collaborate with the Australian university like you, JAMSCO. Thank you.
Good morning, Professor White and Ms. Shruti. Thank you very much for visiting MIT University. I'm Dr. Manoj Kumar Pandey. I'm heading MIT School of Engineering and Technology. In our institution, we have 5,500 students approximately, including the undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD students as well. We are offering various programs in disciplinary, multidisciplinary, and transdisciplinary nature, including the core branches like civil engineering, electrical electronics engineering, mechanical engineering, and then the circuit branches like the computer science engineering, information technology, artificial intelligence, and AI and machine learning. That all we are offering. Along with that, we understand that the offering the specialization to the various students. I mean, if some student is doing BTech in mechanical engineering, and he can do his specialization in artificial intelligence, because nowadays the application of these disruptive technologies in every area, irrespective of the core branches they are offering in. So that this reality we understood and we felt long back, and we have included all that so that if a student is doing civil engineering, he can understand about the smart cities concepts as well, and in that he can apply his technical knowledge, his computer knowledge to this building the smart cities as well. So these are the transdisciplinary and interdisciplinary that articulations we have done. And the research and innovation, yes, of course, our faculty members and students are publishing approximately 500 to 600 research papers in various journals and conferences every year. And around 300 of this total list was shown 2,100 that list patents filed by MIT University so far. So out of that, our contribution is around 300. So that MIT School of Engineering and Technology. So that way we are motivating our students for research and innovation as well. And we always motivate the student to provide them experiential learning, as our group vice chancellor also has been quoted into some of the slides. In that, we have established Center of Excellences, a Center of Excellence from the Tata Technologies, where the professionals from the Tata Technologies come and they will share their experiences, their knowledge with the students in the real-time basis. Similarly, we have similar with the L&T, Larsen and Toubro, and then we have with the Atmel, Airtel. So these type of experiential learning that student used to do while they're in their laboratory classes or the extended laboratory that they used to do, so that the real-time experience they will have with that. And so far as the collaboration is concerned, yes, we have the other universities as well, and it is 1 is 2 plus 2, like 2 years in undergraduate, 2 years they can do here in MIT University, and 2 years they can do in your university. And other articulation we have like 3.5 year, it is dual degree connected with the master's degree, 3.5 years they are doing here in India. And keeping all these in mind, we had kept the last semester as a project, complete project. So they do not have any subject in that, so that they can pursue their, that can be contributed towards their master's degree. So that 0.5 years they can contribute towards the master's degree, and then one complete year. So this way, that way we can do, and along with that, what all the arrangements that additional arrangement we can have, like to have the guest faculty, or maybe the supervisors, the joint supervisors for the PhD, and the internships, student internships we can have, the exchange of the students we can have. So there are so many ways that we can do it, and it's a time right now is to grow together. Thank you very much. Looking for the constructive collaboration. Thank you.
Good morning, one and all. Myself, Dr. Garima Agarwal. I'm currently heading international collaboration for engineering and technology. So most of the points have been covered by Director of Engineering and Technology. I'm working on semester exchange. Students are very happy if they are going to get option to have one semester at your university. We are also interested for 3.5+2. As you told Shruti ma'am that you are having 3 years degree program, but in engineering we are having 4 years. Okay, I got it that you are having 3 years for BCA, MCA. Like for BTech is of 4 years, and in this scenario, we can send our students in 8th semester, that is final semester, and then they can start their masters from there, from your university. So we are happy to collaborate at this point also. We are happy to send our students for summer internships, because at end of second year and third year, that is pre-final year, we are having industry internships. So students would be keen if they are going to get this opportunity to work in your research labs under your mentorship. That would be great opportunity for students as well. We are also doing 2+2, and that's it. So we are happy if we are going to have any opportunity with your university for doing this collaboration. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Seema Bhatnagar. I am representing Amity Institute of Biotechnology. I'm Assistant Director over there, and I take care of all the international initiatives. So, at my institute, we have more than 2,500 students, and it's a huge institute where we have 7 centers. We've divided virtually our faculty in 7 centers, and these are based on the key research areas, thrust areas of our institute, and the major ones are medical biotechnology, plant and environmental biotechnology, bioinformatics and computational biology, marine biotechnology, we're high on that, and biochemical engineering and biotechnology. We have a lot of expertise in AI and ML also. So our students are very much interested. They have been participating in programs in Australia, and so we would look forward to more collaboration, like 2+2, 1+2. I can see that you have programs in biomedical biotechnology and all those programs. So we could have some articulations there. Then we have study abroad programs. Our students are participating in that. We have 3 continent programs, and joint internships, joint PhDs, all those opportunities we have for our students, and we are already engaging in all that. So we would look forward to any of these opportunities with your institution, and take this collaboration forward. Thank you very much.
Very good morning. I'm Additional Director, Dr. Aditya Toma. I'm representing here Amity Law School. Basically, as Dr. Gurinder Singh sir told about that, we are the biggest law school, not only the India, Asia. We are having the intake capacity of 5,400 students in different programs. We are running 5-year programs such as BA LLB, BBA LLB, BCom LLB integrated programs, and 3-year LLB program with 1-year LLM program with different 12 or 13 specializations and research scholars. As a Amity group, we are having 12 law schools, including Amity Law School, Dubai. As the Bar Council of India is the regulator in India to govern the legal education. So Amity Law School, Dubai is the only law school which is situated outside the India but affiliated with the Bar Council of India. So we are having certain options as we plan with the different university in the different foreign countries. Like for the 5-year program, we can plan 4+1 program or 4.5 plus 6-month program. As in our 5-year program and 3-year program, last 6 months is only for the internship and dissertation writing. So we are working over two models, that is 4.5 plus 6 month and 2.5 plus 6 months, or it may be 4+1 and 2+1. So as Miss Shruti suggested that we also can plan likewise. And as we are having a regular option that student can go for a month or 4 to 5 weeks in different models of as our latest batch is going in the 20th of November. So our students are also going for to get the international exposure and to just learn about the different practices and institutions over there. So we are very happy to just collaborate with, as we are having such kind of collaborations with some Australian university presently. So we are working over it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Deepak Kumar, Professor of MIT Institute of Information Technology. So we are running with the BCA course, MCA course, and PhD course. And we have also BCA honors, and also BCA research. So that is focused on the research of the computer science. Also, many faculty of MIT Institute of Information Technology, we study USA. Also, we have the collaboration of the Australian University, Canberra University. They are professor from there. They are co-guide as a research co-guide in MIT Institute of Information Technology. So we have a lot of scope for the research collaboration in the computer science and information technology field. And also, we have nearly 100 research scholars. They are doing research in the various field of the computer science. And we have filed lots of patents and lots of collaborative research projects in the DST and for also in the international universities we have collaborated. So so we are happy with you, sir. So we with all the matching that for the BCA and MCA course we have. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Varun, and I take care of international partnerships and alliances for Amity University Online, Amity Future Academy, and some part of Amity University also. And under the able leadership of all people seated here. And I'm a collaboration enthusiast, and we as Amity we always believe in nurturing and fostering relations. So we really hope that we are able to foster this one, because we're known for building new idioms, breaking new grounds, and braving new frontiers. So I hope we substantially do something which is mutually beneficial for both James Cook and Amity. Thank you.
Yeah, you want to?
I just wanted to say a few words because we're just a little short of time. I thought we will. So right now we could probably pick two programs and areas that we already, because with the MBA we already have a 1+1 running. Unfortunately, we've not seen much happening in that space. So that could be something that we could revive. And also two areas, maybe one in engineering and one from the business faculty side. We could start discussing on those, and I will be starting the MOU because that is expired. So I will be starting the work on the MOU on the side, although the articulation is still existent and that can go on. But as soon as we are done with the meeting, and in the next few days, I will get the MOU sorted with Amity once again, and also get started with the new articulation areas that we are going to be discussing about.
Thank you. I think it's a good suggestion. But I would request that let's look at a broader strategy. So articulation is just one part of it, which I'm sure that we will look at it. But we will look at the broader strategy from MIT and from your university side. And we know that we had discussions at the apex level. So I would request that let's divide into 5 parts. So first, I would request that in the business and law, Dr. Bansal, we would need a full fledged proposal. So maybe that let's divide it. That if you can create a proposal from the business, which are the areas, and Dr. Tomer, if you can create from law, including looking at that how we satisfy the rules of the Bar Council. If we can do that, and let's keep a time frame of about 7 days is fine. 7 to 10 days are fine. So about 7 to 10 days time, which we will follow up. So from business and from law, if we are able to get that, then we will take it forward. And Dr. Jindal, we would request you, because you have been working, you visited them. So if you can create a proposal for environmental sciences, that what you want to do, right? So you create a proposal, send to us, which we will integrate in the broader strategy. For research, we would request Dr. Soni, if you can collaborate with everyone in the university and can send that what we can do in the area of research. It will help us. Engineering, since we have got a dean of the engineering here, we would request our dean of engineering and director of the asset, that if you can coordinate with all the engineering institutions, including from the computer science, that what we can do that. So prepare a small proposal which we can set. Dr. Sharma, Dr. Irish Sharma, if you can coordinate with everyone in STIF, where we can look at that what we can do in the area of consulting, filing patents, and taking those initiatives together, especially in the area of commercialization. I would request Dr. Seema Bhatnagar, if you can look at biotechnology area and can send us the proposal. But you are very rightly said, let's strengthen already existing areas. Our MOU expired. So first step, low-hanging fruit, let's revive our articulation arrangement. In the medium term, we will send you all these proposals, and I would request Professor White, if you can introduce us with the various deans there, so that our deans and your deans, then they can work together, right? We will create a strategy for very short term India immersion program and also New Colombo plan, right, where we can welcome your students. And I would request Dr. Bhatnagar, if you can prepare a small note on that, which we will integrate. So we will send this to you, and please convey our regards to your Vice Chancellor. We know your previous Vice Chancellor; she was a wonderful leader. But we look forward to invite your Vice Chancellor for all times to come. I will be in Singapore and in Australia in November, very briefly, for about 2-3 days. So we will intimate you, and that how we can meet there also. But I would suggest that at least one call a month between the strategic teams at the top level, where we can involve people and can look at the strategy, that how it needs to be implemented. Because whatever we are discussing, we should be able to implement. And Mr. Varun, I would request you, for distance learning and for the for our other initiatives, if you can prepare a small note and can send to us, right? And Mr. Kanishjan, you have to coordinate with all, combine it, and send it within next 10 days to us, and then we will take it forward with you and with all concerned. But we'd like to listen final words from you.
Just a minute before we do, with the permission of Dr. Singh, in all these proposals that are coming, please factor in the cross-border education program. So the students from Australia should also be coming to us, and then exchange is better than just one way. Thank you.
I totally agree. So for us, this is a true partnership. Where I want to be is a true partnership. I think anchoring it in research, where we've got staff-to-staff interaction, that will then promote student exchange very easily for us. In terms of research and co-supervisions and co-tutel arrangements, we've got a lot of partnerships around the world, and so for us, I think that would be something I'd be very keen on establishing. And how we see that, whether it's through virtual conferences or seeded funding to come through, I'd be very excited to do that. Environmental sciences, yes. So I'm actually the Dean of Science and Engineering. They combine the two together, and so I'm very keen to hear how we might interact. We've got a very strong environmental science school at James Cook University, and I know the leader of that school will be very interested in what your plans are. And so maybe I'll give you some contacts for each of the different disciplines for us to work with, so that we can get the true kind of collaboration happening quite quickly there. So Professor Singh, many thanks for bringing this together today. Such a comprehensive view I've got of the institution now. I will go back to my Vice Chancellor and explain to him, the vision for Amity, the quality of the science and engineering and all disciplines here, and the intent for partnership. I know he is looking for very strong partnerships in India, and so for us this looks like a very strong partnership. So for us, we're comprehensive, but we're very strong in certain areas, and I think being able to leverage those is an important part for us. So thanks very much for your time today. It's truly appreciated, and look forward to coming back to Amity in due course. Hopefully seeing you in Singapore in November would be good. So thanks very much.
Thank you, Professor White. It was a pleasure to have you. Yes, please.
Yeah. Professor Dr. Singh, I just have one request. So when we have the re-signing of the MOU, could we have a virtual signing of the MOU? Yeah, I will coordinate that. Thank you.
Thank you,
Got some mementos for you.
Yeah. So thank you, Group Vice Chancellor, for sparing your time, and thank you all senior colleagues. We'll now request for a quick felicitation. May we request all senior colleagues to please join for felicitation.